everyone, my name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for another soap making video. Now today we're going to be making another one of the palm-free custom loaves. They asked me to make an exfoliating bar using a nice clean fresh fragrance. So I suggested that we use bamboo and white lily and that we used apricot kernel powder as the exfoliant. So let's go and see how this one turns out. Okay, so we've got our oils and our distilled water lye solution all ready to go here, and I'm going to do this soap as I do with all of them and pour my lye solution down my stick blender just to stop any splashback into my oils. And I've actually just remembered I'm not going to stick blend this one, so let me take the stick blender out for now. I'm going to whisk. The fragrance oil that I'm using today is bamboo and white lily, and as its top notes it's got lemon and fir needle, but for its middle notes it's got jasmine, lily of the valley, and at its base it's got musk and rose. So this is a very floral style of fragrance, and I've just got this feeling it might race on me and it might rice as well. So I thought we will try and combat all of that by doing a lot of our mixing with the whisk and then using the stick blender at the very last moment. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that so far. So let's start getting this split up for a few colours. In this pot here, I'm actually going to make this one white. So we'll add some titanium dioxide into that one in just a moment. That's looking good there. Into this pot here, I have some elusive mica, which is a gorgeous dark green. So pour some of that one off. And then into my big pot, I'm actually going to make the base of my soap this time a light green. So I have got some aero mica in here, which I've already mixed up with some of those oils, just to make it easier to disperse this one through. So let's get this pot all scraped out so we don't waste any of that. Now he's wanting this soap to be an exfoliating bar, and I'm only going to put the exfoliation through that base colour. And what I have here are some apricot kernel powder. Whenever I'm doing sort of the exfoliating soaps, I do prefer to use something like the apricot kernel powder, more so because you've got more chance of people being able to buy it, not having their allergies to nuts. So whenever I do my wholesale orders, I do try and steer away from using nut exfoliants, but you could always use something like walnut shell, you could use almond meal, anything like that. Okay, so here goes adding in our fragrance. I'm going to pour a bit into my dark green, my white, and then into my green base. And I am going to give this a really good mix with the stick blender. But first of all, I am just going to give it a bit of a stir. It doesn't appear to be ricing. I honestly thought it would. I don't know why, just thought for some reason this one was going to give me trouble, but so far so good. But I am going to stick blend these little bits in and wish me luck. Alright, so this fragrance oil, I am completely and utterly stunned. I honestly believed it was going to give me a whole heap of grief. I've often looked at it sitting on my shelf. This is a fragrance I've actually had in my home fragrance range, so for candles and melts and diffusers for years. I think since I actually first started making candles, I've actually had this fragrance as a part of my range, and I've often sat and looked at it and thought I'd love to make a soap with it, and I think I might have to do it now, because I honestly thought I was going to have a lot of trouble with this one, but it is coming together so beautifully. The only reason I actually suggested it to my customer as a fragrance to do was because I thought, being an exfoliating soap, it's going to be a fairly simple design, which should mean I can get away with it if it does get too naughty on me. But the way this is going, I think I'm going to be able to do a gorgeous design with it in another soap. So let me get all of this poured in here. has behaved really, really well right up until the end, and then it's actually starting to thicken up, and it's actually getting quite firm for doing this sort of textured top with, which is perfect, so we can get some really defined swirls through here. Definitely gonna have to see if I can come up with a design for this fragrance for myself to put into my range, but I'm really, really pleased with how this one is coming together. I think I've got just the right amount of apricot kernel powder in here, so we'll get a really nice exfoliating bar. So let me get this one finished. Alright, so there is our bamboo and white lily exfoliating bar. I'm going to leave this one sit overnight, and then we will come back and we'll cut it open and we'll see what swirls we've got on the inside. So bamboo and white lily is ready to cut, and I'm so looking forward to getting into this one. It smells so good. I'm definitely going to have to make one of these for my own range of soaps here. Let's get it lined up and we'll see what sort of swirls we've got on the inside here. Looks like we've got just the right amount of exfoliant in there, so it's not going to be too rough, but you'll also get enough of that exfoliant to make it actually worth exfoliating with. So let's get cut through this one and let's take a look. So we'll grab these two off the end. Oh wow, I love it. Those colours just really complement each other, and I'm so pleased I actually didn't put the exfoliant in the bits that we did the drop swirl and only in the base, because that just makes it look, the whole look of it just changes by having just the exfoliant in that green. I love how that has come together. It is smelling really good. It's got a really fresh spa-like smell to it, and it's held really well as it's been sitting here. And I just love how delicate those swirls are, and I love that elusive. I'd been out of stock of that for quite a while. You would have seen in the avocado soap, I basically threw in the last of that elusive, and she's been out of stock for so long, and then I placed my order the other day and it's like, oh, she's got it, and I quickly placed my order to get some more of that elusive green. It's just such a gorgeous color, and it works really well against the other lighter green there. I am really pleased with how this has come together, and I'm hoping that my customer is going to like these ones too, because this was one that I suggested to him. So let's split that one open. So I hope you have enjoyed watching how I've made the bamboo and white lily custom exfoliating soap. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. If you've got any questions, I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. And until the next video, I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you then. Bye.